The Constitution, however, this is the important part, the Constitution, however, does not permit the state, to bar same-sex couples from marriage on the same terms as accordance to couples of the opposite sex. So this is a very important segment and fragment of the opinion in Obergefell v. Hodges, the decision that literally gave the pathway to marriage equality and same-sex marriage in the United States. There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to the actual intention of this act and how it's being perceived. Religious institutions perceive that Obergefell v. Hodges infringes on their right to marry. They believe that it's forcing them to marry gay people. And this excerpt proves it to be untrue. This excerpt basically says religious institutions still have a right to their gospel, quote unquote, in regards to Clarence Thomas's phrasing and vocabulary. They still have a right to their gospel. They still have a right to not marry gay people in their churches. They still have a right to refuse to marry gay people by a pastor or a priest in one of their churches. It's still there. You have a right to refuse gay marriage in a church. But the difference is that statewide, states, our constitutional, our legal system-wise, has to validate and actually adhere and notice and see that these marriages exist in a legal capacity. Whether a church marries them or not, you still have the right to refuse to marry a gay couple in a church. But when it comes to legalities, statewide and federal-wide legalities, you as a church, you as a state official, I should say, as a state official, like Kim Davis, we're going to get into her, you have no right to refuse a marriage license based on the fact that the couple is the same sex. So this is the important part and the distinction of Obergefell v. Hodges, because it distincts that religious institutions still has a right to abide by their gospel, by their book, by their Bible. They can still refuse to marry people in a church. A pastor can say, no, I don't feel comfortable about this because my religion does not promote this and does not require this, so I don't need to do it. But statewide, our states need to recognize gay marriage. And I think that is the biggest misconception of Obergefell v. Hodges, because it states, and the misconception in regards to religious institutions state that we're infringing on their right to marry. We're infringing on changing the wording in regards to marriage. And that is utterly not true.